So today we are going to be making a clay owl, and you're going to have a worksheet that gives you instructions, your clay. You're going to have a little tool if you need it to smooth things out, a marker, not for color, but to make impressions, and then, and these little stamps to write your initials, or to stamp your initials. So let me set that aside. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to tear off a small piece for the beak. So it's going to be just small, about the size of a marble or a gumball. And then you have your clay for the body, okay? Now you're going to take the larger piece, which is this one, and then you're going to roll it to a ball and flatten like a cookie. So I'm going to take it. I like to roll the ball between my hands. Some people like to roll the ball on the table. Some people like to pack it like a snowball. As long as it's ball-like, not too worried about bumps and little creases like that. And then to flatten it, I like to use the palm of my hand because it's the strongest. I'm going to flatten that cookie. If you have to turn it over, sometimes that helps to flatten it really nicely. So it's a nice about finger width, not too thin, not too thick. Now I'm going to take this little piece here, and I am going to make this into a triangle-like shape, and then I'm going to press it onto my cookie. So to start off, I like to roll it in a ball, and since it's smaller, I like to roll it in the palm of my hand. And then when I make this into a triangle, I'm going to take my pincher fingers and pinch the clay. Then I'm going to take my other finger and kind of tap the top down. See how it kind of forms the triangle? And then I'm going to push both sides down here, kind of squish it a little bit. Then I can kind of reform it to a triangle. Then I'm going to place it right on top of mine, and then I'm going to blend it. And you kind of just blend it in with your finger. If you have to pick it up and blend it, you can. If you need to use a tool to blend it, you can try that. I like my fingers and thumbs the best. So you may see a little bit of a crease or a little crease around the edge there, and that's okay. Most of that will kind of disappear, okay? So make sure I like the way my beak looks. I think that looks like a great beak. So now I'm ready to add details. So we're going to make the eyes and feathers, and we're going to use this handy marker for that. So the eyes, I like to use this end. Okay, so the white end. So I'll just press it in here, and you want to press it in there so it makes a mark, but you don't want to go all the way through. Okay, so I've got my eyes. Then I'm going to use this side, because it's kind of rounded, for the feathers. So I'm just going to make impressions. So we have little bird feathers. Oops, I damaged the nose. No big deal. Kind of smooth that out. Make my impressions. I go along here. So you have that cool feather look. I'm also going to use that to make some details around the top here. You don't have to. I just think it's kind of fun. So I'm just kind of using the edge and just making a little detail around the eyes. And use the other side. Okay, and then let's see, maybe I'm going to do another little detail here and here. Maybe I'll have one down in there and there. And I think that looks nice. So whenever it looks like, it's going to look the same way when it's dry. Now it's the time for your initials. So initials would be the first letter of your first name, and my first name starts with a B, and the first letter of your last name. My name starts with a K. So if there's somebody with the same initials, maybe you have to put your middle name initial on there. So then I'm going to turn it over, and to make sure I can see that B, it's going to look backwards on that side, but it will work. And then you make an impression. I push it into it, so it makes a mark. Then I'm going to take my K, press it in there, and it'll make a little mark. Okay, if it doesn't work or you do it the wrong way, you can kind of smooth it out with your finger. Like, you have to be really careful because you don't want to damage everything on the front, and then make another impression. Okay, so that works. And then you will get a piece of paper where you will write your name. Okay, I like to use the Twistables. Write your name, class code, and then you're going to set your little owl on that paper. So when it dries, I know who it belongs to, so that next week when you come in, you'll be able to paint it.